Today we're going to take a look at what it would have been like for you to have lived through the Great Depression. So for this assignment, what you will need is something to write on and something to write with. You're going to need to record a series of numbers as we go throughout this presentation. So if you need to, pause the video now, and when you're ready, come back and start it, and then we can begin. So journey through your life during the Great Depression. So congratulations, it is 1929, and you are just loving life right now. In the past year, you got married, and you had a baby girl. And now you need a home, so you go out and you buy a beautiful home to live in, and you want to make sure that your family has the best things in life to enjoy this newfound prosperity in the 1920s. So not only that, but you feel so confident in America's financial security that you decide to invest a large portion of your income and your savings into the stock market because these are some of the headlines that you are seeing right now. The stock market is invincible, buy, experts advise, and it doesn't seem like there is any possibility that you could buy a loser in the stock market. All of the stocks are going up. So you decide to invest in some stocks. So here's the first thing you're going to want to write down on your piece of paper. So choose which one of these stocks you would like to invest in. Only choose one of them. So here's the first one. Number 1, the Teltone Telephone Company. If that one sounds good to you, write down number 1. Number 2, the Radio Corporation. If you like that one, write down number 2. Mammoth Oil. That sounds good to you, write it down. 4, Gotham Bank. 5, Ford Motors. Or 6, the Kansas and Pacific Railroads. So you only get to choose one, but choose which one you like and write it down. Okay, well, soon after you buy your stocks, you start to read the newspaper and you notice these headlines. There's a Wall Street panic. Stocks are crashing. This is late October in 1929. Billions have been lost. Investors all over the United States are losing money in the stock market. And you think, how can this be? Well, what you are experiencing is the stock market crash, the great crash of 1929. And investors are going to not invest as much money in the stock market. And so as a result, the stock market prices are going to start to tumble. So on October 29th, 1929, stock prices are going to fall dramatically. And this is about where you bought your stock here. And unfortunately, soon after that, you can see what's going to happen. The prices of the stock are going to drop and drop, and there is no recovery in sight anytime soon. So let's see how you did. If you bought number 1, the Teltone Telephone Company, then the value of this stock declined by 50%. So you just lost half of your life savings, but you think, don't worry, I'll put what I have left in the bank. If you bought number 2, the Radio Corporation, you got lucky. This stock remained the same. So you pull your money out and you decide that you're going to put it in the bank for safekeeping. Number 3 is Mammoth Oil. This stock is worthless and you now owe money because you bought it on the margin. It really is not a good day for you if you invested in number 3, Mammoth Oil. 4 is Gotham Bank. This stock declined in value by 90%, so you just lost 90% of your life savings. 5 is Ford Motors. This stock declined in value by 50%, so you just lost half of your life savings. And 6 is the Kansas and Pacific Railroads. This stock declined in value by 90%. You just lost 90% of your life savings. Well, you have had it with the stock market. So you sell all your stocks, and whatever you have left, you're now pondering about which bank to deposit your money into. So you make your decision. You deposit your money or what you have left in a bank, and you hear a radio announcement that the banks are closing, and they're closing with all of their customers' cash. Their customers are not able to pull out any of their money from the banks. So many people are rushing to the banks to try and get to their money. And that's you also. You're going to rush to the bank because you're afraid that if the bank closes, you're not going to be able to get your money out in time, and you will have lost everything. So, what are you going to do? Well, in this case, you're going to pick a number, 1 to 4, and let's see what happens to your money. So tomorrow, we will find out what happened to your money in the bank.